Hello and welcome back to CineRecaps. Today we're diving into a gripping bank heist thriller. Opens with a man named Lucas Bennett in a cramped cell, boasting that he's just pulled off the ultimate bank robbery. We then flash back to the heist in action. In New York City, a team of masked robbers in painters' jumpsuits pulls up in a van outside a Liberty Trust bank branch. They unload what appears to be painting gear onto carts. Lucas, disguised as a painter, steps into the bank and sets two powerful spotlights on a table in the lobby, aiming their beams at two security cameras to disable them. Quietly, he slips behind a guard, pressing a gun to his back. Meanwhile, his crew storms in, armed and masked, tossing smoke grenades and seizing control of the staff and patrons. Outside, an NYPD officer, Sergeant Hayes, spots smoke seeping from under the bank's locked doors and alerts dispatch. At a nearby precinct, Detective Sean Carter is on the phone with his girlfriend Lisa, a clerk at another station, discussing a bribery scandal where a smuggler framed him for stealing cash, blocking his promotion to senior detective. Soon, Carter and his partner, Mike Lawson, are summoned by Captain Victor Ramsey, who tasks them with handling the hostage crisis at Liberty Trust. They jump at the chance and rush to the scene. As they head out, the NYPD mobilizes in force. Patrol cars, a command unit, and the Tactical Response Team, TRT, converge. Word of the robbery reaches Edward Vaughn, the bank's founder and CEO. Detective Carter arrives, linking up with Sergeant Hayes to strategize. Inside, the robbers herd hostages to the basement near the vault. A female robber splits bank staff from customers. Lucas orders the collection of all phones and keys, directing the woman, whom he calls Lena, to separate men from women and have them strip. Lucas distributes painters' jumpsuits, gas masks, and tinted goggles, making hostages and robbers indistinguishable. Outside, Carter and Lawson meet Captain Greg Nolan of the TRT, who tells them to wait at a nearby cafe for a briefing. Inside, a hostage struggles to breathe, coughing heavily. Lucas pulls him to the entrance and shoves him out. Dressed like the robbers, the man confuses police, who cuff and detain him. The film now weaves between the heist and its aftermath, showing Carter and Lawson interviewing hostages post-robbery to identify the culprits. During the heist, Lucas and Lena pass the vault and deposit boxes, entering a storage room packed with office supplies. Elsewhere in Manhattan, a high-powered broker, Evelyn Grant, meets a Saudi investor eyeing New York real estate. Her assistant interrupts, saying Edward Vaughn is calling. Grant takes it, and Vaughn hints at a sensitive issue needing her discreet expertise. She assures him she's up to the task. In the aftermath, Carter and Lawson interview a young man who says the robbers used variations of the name Simon, Sim, Seema, and so on. Back in the present, Grant and Vaughn stroll by the waterfront, discussing his true worry: priceless family artifacts in a deposit box inside the besieged bank. At the command center, detectives learn Lucas used infrared beams to disable the bank's cameras, clouding surveillance footage. The robbers release another hostage, hands bound with a metal case strapped to his chest. Outside, he identifies himself as Raj Patel, a bank worker. Meanwhile, Evelyn Grant visits the mayor, demanding full access at the hostage scene. Her clout ensures compliance, though her motives remain murky. At the command center, Carter opens the case from Raj. It's empty, but a note inside demands 2 buses and a fueled crewed plane, or a hostage will be killed on live TV hourly. Lucas steps outside, passing a cop a note requesting food for the hostages. An officer suggests hiding trackers and pizza boxes to eavesdrop. Inside, a hostage, Burke, snaps, yanks off his mask, and argues with others. Lucas storms in, drags him by the ankle to the storage room, and knocks him out with a punch. The bugged pizzas arrive. Police soon pick up audio hearing a foreign tongue. Lena hands her gun to Sim, sheds her gloves and goggles, dons a hostage's eye mask, and fake cries hysterically. Sim plays along, roughly shoving her into a room with other hostages, then grabs a similar-sized female hostage, treating her harshly to maintain the ruse. Lena, now posing as a hostage, works in the storage room, blending seamlessly. At the command center, police realize the audio is a trick, a recording of a long-dead Balkan leader's speech, not live chatter. Inside, Lena and Lucas enter the deposit box room, opening one labeled with Edward Vaughn's name. They find an envelope with legal papers, black velvet pouches, and a blue jewelry box. Grant arrives with the mayor, demanding to meet Carter and speak to the robbers. Carter hesitates but agrees. He makes first contact with Lucas by phone. Lucas dominates, warning that lives hinge on meeting his demands. The film jumps to post-robbery interviews where Carter and Lawson unknowingly question Sim, posing as a hostage named Brian Keller. During the heist, hostages chat to pass time. One, Ezra, introduces himself as a Yale law professor specializing in war crimes and reparations, once a practicing lawyer. Carter meets Grant again outside the command center, calling Lucas so she can negotiate. Grant offers Lucas a deal, protects certain interests, and she'll aid his escape. Assuring him she's neither cop nor bank staff, Lucas allows her inside for a face-to-face. Carter and 2 officers escort her to the entrance. Inside, Grant proposes surrender for a light sentence and $2 million stashed securely. Lucas declines, questioning her interests. He tells of an American who worked for a Swiss bank in World War II, colluding with Nazis to profit while others suffered. That man, Lucas reveals, is Edward Vaughn, the bank's CEO, showing Grant the documents from Vaughn's box she was sent to secure. Lucas claims the papers as leverage. If arrested, Grant and Vaughn must shield him to avoid exposure. Outside, Carter debriefs Grant, who thinks Lucas won't kill, but Carter's skeptical. Post-robbery, it's revealed Burke, the unmasked hostage, was Seema, a robber, acting to blend in. All 3 Simons, Sim, Seema, and Lena, posed as hostages to confuse police. Carter and Lawson interview Lena, alias Sarah Vale, but she's too convincing to crack. During the heist, Carter suspects Lucas is stalling. He calls, bluffing that the plane is ready, but demands to check the hostage's safety. Lucas allows Carter inside, guiding him through rooms of masked, identical figures. Near the exit, Carter tries a handshake to grab Lucas, but Seema intervenes, jabbing a rifle into Carter's back, forcing him out to Lawson. At the command center, a chilling scene unfolds. Lucas's crew stages a hostage execution on camera, shocking authorities. Captain Nolan preps a full assault, planning rubber bullets to spare hostages. By dawn, Carter realizes the metal case with Raj was bugged by Lucas, not police, meaning he overheard the assault plan. Carter grabs a mic, urging Nolan to abort, but Nolan presses on. Inside, Lucas and the Simons set off smoke grenades, herding hostages into a hallway amid chaos. As police gear up, a small blast blows the door. People in painters' suits pour out, pleading not to be shot. Some officers fire rubber bullets until Nolan halts them. Everyone's rounded up, cuffed, and unmasked. TRT and detectives sweep the bank, confirming Carter's hunch. No money was stolen. Everybody good? Yeah. The Simons' rifles left behind to blend with hostages are fakes. In the women's restroom, police find a sack from the execution, holding a tube of red dye, proving it was staged. Hostages are bussed to the station for questioning, giving names and photos. Later, Carter meets Captain Ramsey in a meeting room, detailing the heist's flawless execution. Every hostage was shown photos, but alibis cleared them. Frustrated, Ramsey orders Carter to drop the case, casually noting the stolen money Carter was accused of taking was found, clearing him. Carter, unmoved, grows wary. At his desk, he notices deposit box 392 is missing from records, the box Lucas targeted. At the courthouse, Evelyn Grant awaits, offering a promotion to bury the case. Carter refuses, playing a recording from a pen device capturing the mayor, threatening his career to aid Grant, exposing political meddling. Carter presses Grant about Vaughn, but walks away when she stonewalls. Grant then storms a private club, confronting Edward Vaughn about the heist's true target. Realizing his box held more than documents, she deduces it contained unlinked diamonds used to pay Vaughn, plus a priceless Cartier ring from a betrayed Parisian Jewish banker. Vaughn writes her a check for her services, and she leaves, back to Lucas, who repeats his opening speech, holding a velvet pouch with the diamonds in his cell. He switches off 2 lights, pushes out a wall, revealing he's not in prison, but a hidden compartment in the bank's storage room, stocked to outlast the news cycle. Lucas slips into the bank's public area. Across the street, Brian, Sarah, Jonah, and a driver, revealed as the heist's mastermind, wait in an SUV. Spotting Carter and Lawson entering, they call Lucas to warn him, but he's unfazed, even brushing past Carter at the entrance. Lucas exits, joining the crew in the van with a kiss from Sarah and handshakes from Brian, Jonah, and the driver. When Jonah notes Lucas left the ring, he says it's in safe hands. Inside, Carter and Lawson check box 392, finding half a pack of spearmint gum, a jewelry box with a stunning gold and diamond ring, and a note reading, "Follow the ring." They visit Vaughn at his office, where Carter reveals he knows Vaughn hired Grant to control him and committed grave crimes. Showing the ring, Carter vows to trace its origins. At an upscale diner, Carter hands Grant the pen with the incriminating recording. That night, home with Lisa, Carter stows his gun, badge, and new senior detective plaque, thanks to Grant's pull. Feeling something in his jacket, he pulls out a dazzling diamond. Chuckling as he realizes Lucas, the man